First things first, let's create your driver. And now let's focus on your driver's look. Welcome to my team. Here you'll first things first, let's create your driver. And now let's focus on your driver's look. Great, now let's set up some of the key details of your new... We'll start with an easy one. Nice. Now, some kind of income. Our primary sponsor will pay a sign-in bonus to the team up front. They'll also provide valuable weekly income for us. Each sponsor has a goal they want the team to achieve. If we hit that goal, fantastic, now we've got a budget to work with. We need both performance and durability from our power unit, but we also need to balance the books. We're going to have a lot of other areas to invest our cash into. We almost have all the key partners for our team now. The higher a driver's experience, the more resource drivers earn a claim based on their performances. Let's create the livery we'll be running this season. We can add more sponsors to the car as we sign them throughout the year. And don't worry, we can edit our look at any time from HQ. Last but not least, we need to consider our brand, our badge and team colours. Great, that's everything we need.
New year, new drivers, new team. Welcome and great to have you with us as we move far to the headquarters of the newest outfit on the Formula One grid. We've been granted access with an interview not just with the owner or the star driver, but both. Because for the first time in modern F1 history, the team owner is behind the wheel themselves. Now is a great time to bring a new team into the sport, particularly off the back of such compelling competition last year. 2022 saw huge regulation changes, and it was Red Bull who came out on top in the development race. But that was last year. This year could be a very different story. Let me tell you, this facility is an absolute hive of activity, and there is a palpable sense of excitement around the car they've built. Quietly, they truly believe they can challenge at the top, and they've had the time now to craft a hugely competitive race car. But theory is one thing, and taking on the brightest lights in motorsport is quite another. So how does the owner of F1's 11th team feel as they prepare to be thrust into the limelight of the F1 circus? New driver lineups, Qatar returns, Las Vegas debuts, and the engineering race continues to push the sport and the drivers to new heights. What are they aiming for? Most excited about? Most nervous for? Well, soon we will meet them to find out. But first, let's take a look at the brand new car. Well, hi. Thank you so much for having us. Great to be here. I'm going to start with the question that everyone is asking. It's been a long time since we've seen a team owner drive their own car, and A lot's changed since then. The sport has really evolved. So, and tell me about your... So tell me about the work. Now, there's no getting away from the fact that your competitors have a... Now, ultimately, you're... Well, I could talk to you all day. Thank you so much for your time, but I better let you get back to work, because there's plenty more still to do. All the very best for your inaugural F1 season.
This is where you can view our current facilities and the effects they're having on the business. You can also invest some of our cash into upgrades for these facilities. It's important to use the time between races to the fullest extent, and that's where these activities come in. Manage everyone's time as efficiently as possible to maximise the team's performance. It looks like you've had a meeting request from one of our departments. As the boss, departments will often reach out to you for advice on how to handle the various ongoings of your team. These events can range from everything from organising charity events to dealing with driver matters. How you decide to handle these will have an impact not only on our resources, but how the press perceives us. Thanks for stepping in and helping handle that. As we continue to increase our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional sponsor from the corporate tab. We're in a position now where we're able to attract a new sponsor to the team. Hey, welcome to the team. Good to finally meet you. I'm Max. I'm the head of R&D.
Morning mate, Mark here. Just want to say once again, thanks so much for making me part of this team. There's a huge number of talented people as I look around this garage, and I cannot wait to see what we can all accomplish together, including you. Our journey to the Constructors' Championship starts right here. OK, we can take you this lap.